Let's talk about what's next for the UW program.
Jim Rutledge with ESPN Madison back with us this morning. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
So folks might not be familiar with this guy, but you say he's a big name for Wisconsin.
He is. Now, he played at Ohio State. He coached at Ohio State when Jim Tressel had to step away after a tattoo and gift scandal. Fickell came in. He was their choice. He won 6-6 that year. Then he went on to coach at Cincinnati a few years later, and he had great success there. They're the only non-Power 5 conference team to make the college football playoff. I think he's 57-18 at Cincinnati. He's a big-time coach.
Yeah, it is a big swing for UW for sure. What do you want to hear from Fickell today during this news conference?
I think first, understanding that the players are hurt and what they're saying to him or publicly is okay. That Jim Leonhard did a great job because this team went through their running backs coach passing away, their head coach being fired, a former teammate passing away in the Virginia shootings, and they had a tumultuous season. It's a lot Jim Leonhard carried them through, and they already knew him before that. So I think Luke has to walk that line.
That's a really good point. You know, what, I guess, should we expect from Leonhard? Do you think he'll stick around?
You know, it's a big ask, but he is a Wisconsin guy. I know he loves Madison. I would think Fickell would want him. The Badgers have one of the best defenses of all of college football. Jim Leonhard's been wanted by other teams, including the Green Bay Packers. So I think Leonhard can do what he wants to do.
College football is in a different landscape this year with name, image, and likeness. The transfer portal basically no longer existing. So what about Fickell's players, the players that he's recruited at Cincinnati? What's going to happen to those players? Might we see some of those guys come to Madison?
That's a great point. Everyone's worried about what could be leaving Wisconsin, which is a fair point, but there are some big-time players, including a top quarterback in the country, a four-star guy. Now, we've all heard that before with Graham Mertz, but there is a high recruit that could be coming to Wisconsin now because he was committed to Cincinnati.
You think we're taking a hit on loyalty here?
Possibly, but again, with the players, they're all young, and all this change is happening. They're going to have their feelings hurt, but I think Luke Fickell, again, being a Big Ten guy, being an Ohio State guy, I think he understands what these guys are going through. He did this at Ohio State. Now, it was a little different, but when Jim Tressel walked away, he had to take over a locker room that was hurting, and he did it.
It's a long-term hire here. I mean, you can tell that UW is thinking long-term down the road that they're going to put the right guy into place. He's the right age, he's 49. He's got enough experience. He's got a lot of years in front of him. He's got that recruiting experience, which is so crucial. I sense a lot of optimism for the UW program after that. Do you?
I do. Honestly, if you looked at it like this, Luke Fickell is Ohio State's Jim Leonhard. He was passed over when he was younger, and now at 49, and Jim obviously in his early 40s, you know, Luke Fickell was a guy that maybe could have gotten an Ohio State job. They hired Urban Meyer. And now this time around, Jim Leonhard's the young guy who didn't have the experience, had the loyalty, is an up-and-coming guy, but Wisconsin went with a more proven guy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think we've heard the last of Jim Leonhard either.
No.
Agreed.
Jim Rutledge, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And of course, keep it right here on News 3 Now all day as we bring you coverage from Luke Fickell's introductory press conference as set for 4 p.m. in the Champions Club at Camp Randall Stadium. You can stream that presser over on channel3000.com and of course on our Channel 3000 app. Make sure you download it.